Yo, what is going on, you guys? Boy, Mini Jacked YGO here, and today I got an updated Fluffal Master Duel deck profile for you guys. This deck is amazing going first and second. This deck is like one of my favorite decks. I am currently plat 4 with the deck, which is nice. It's been treating me pretty well. I like it a lot. There's a going first and a going second build, which I'll show you both. It's like barely different, like 1 or 2 cards different. But yeah, might as well just not waste time and get into it. Alright guys, this is the new Fluffal deck list that I have for you guys. I'll just get right into it. The going first build yet again is just really similar to this, just 1 extra card. I probably know what that is, but anyways, moving on to our first new addition, 1 Fluffal Cat. I was running this back when I was mainly running going second with Fluffals back in like the TCG, like over a year ago, I think. No, less than a year ago, but anyways, when I was running this deck going second, I was running 1 Fluffal Cat. It's very good for chain blocking and getting out multiple fusions in 1 turn. I feel like this card is interchangeable with, you can either cut it, it's really cuttable, or you can cut it for Fluffal Owl, just in case, like, if you find that you aren't seeing any polys for some reason, then maybe like replace it for a Fluffal Owl, and then you might be able to, probably be able to see more. Moving on, 1 Fluffal Wings. You only really need 1 of this, just because it's recurable with Fluffal Octopus. But it's like it's obviously a really good card. It's a +2 essentially, or plus, it gives you draw 2 plus a search, so it's pretty crazy. 1 Fluffal Octopus is really good for recursion and your bounce back plays. Not the best card going first, of course, but like turn 2 or turn 3 onward is really good. Triple Max C. I saw you guys in the comments saying, or some of you guys saying, where's Max C, or like where's Max C and called by. I have them now, so there they are. They're in the deck. They are really good, solid additions to the deck. I don't think I'd cut them, especially not Max C. Max C is just broken. But yeah, especially in this deck where you have so many like board-breaking plays, especially with this going second build, that it's just yeah, Max C is super good in this deck. 1 Fluffal Sheep. Fluffal Sheep's just a really good extender. Gets out like your link plays and starts your link plays, and also gives you recursion back with this bounce effect, which is really good. 1 Edge Imp Saber, just because it's like the only searchable Edge Imp that's like normally you can only search Fluffal cards, but you can also search Edge Imp Sabers. So you only really need to run 1 of it. You need it for your fusion monsters. 2 Fluffal Bear. I'm only running 2 of it. I see a lot of people running 3, but I personally like 2 Fluffal Bear just because I feel like 3 is a little bricky. In my opinion, I know Toy Vendor's a really good card, but you have a lot of other ways to access it in the deck, so I find. So if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. It's a good card, of course, but it's still like a playable deck without it. 2 Edge Imp Scythe. I cut this down to 2 just because I was seeing it a lot. It depends, like it's of course up to personal preference, especially with Max C now. You only really need to run 2. If you're going second, you see a Max C, you drop it, you get that free like couple draws if they want to keep on going, and then you see an Edge Imp Scythe, and if they don't keep on going, you don't even need the Edge Imp Scythe. So yeah. Triple Fluffal Dog. One of the best Fluffals in the deck. Just a Stratos on summon, pretty self-explanatory. Triple Edge Imp Chain, searches when it's sent from hand or field to grave, and that includes if you draw it off a Toy Vendor, which is nice, because they technically get sent to your hand, they get sent to grave, so you get the Edge Imp Chain effect, and that searches any Fright for card, which usually you're searching Patchwork, sometimes you're searching Fusion if you search this off Patchwork, usually, but yeah, 3 of it, it's like the best Edge Imp that you have in your deck. For some reason, it's the only common one, but it's the best one. And moving on, Triple Fluffal Penguin. One of the best, the other one of the best Fluffals in the deck. Chain blocks your fusions. It can be chain blocked by your fusions if you're going second and you Edge Imp Scythe your opponent. Usually, you want to chain block the Fluffal Penguin in case they have Ash Blossom. Sorry, in case you have Ash Blossom or something like that. And then last but not least, 1 Fluffal Dolphin. Works really good with Fluffal Penguin and Toy Vendor, or sorry, Foolish Burial Goods. Send Toy Vendor, grab the Dolphin. If you get another Fluffal engrave, it's a free wings combo. So yeah. Moving on to spells, and also can chain block too. And it could be like your last part of the chain, because it's like not as useful as an effect. So it's really nice to just be able to guarantee your fusions off without having to sacrifice a big effect. So yeah. Moving on, Triple Poly. I like 3 for the grind game. I feel like if you run 2, I find that like Fright for Patrick comes a lot worse, and you run out of poly resources really, really fast. So I like 3. I'd keep it at 3. I wouldn't cut it down any further. 1 Fright for Fusion. I'm also like thinking about bumping this to 2 just because of True King of All Calamities. There's a really simple 2-card combo you can do, where you can just go, or like I guess 2 to 3 technically, where you search Fright for Fusion, you use it for the VFD, and then it's a nice going second card, so I might bump it up to 2, but I like 1 for now because it's searchable, so I'll keep it at 1 for now. Triple Foolish Burial Goods, one of the best stars in the deck, just searches you anything because of Toy Vendor. Very, very good. Triple Fright for Patchwork, one of your best spells in the deck, gives literally a +1, searches a Poly and any Edgem card. So yeah, it's the only card that can search any Edgem card instead of just Edgem Sabers, which is nice too, so you can search like your Scythe off of it. 1 Lightning Storm because it's a going second build. Very solid card. It could also be like Harpy's Feather Duster or whatever, just any sort of generic going second card, you can just cut it entirely. But I think you need like generic back row removal, so like maybe bumping this up is nice too. But yeah. 1 Fright for Repair, it's your whale send target. Pretty self-explanatory, just an extender from grave. Triple Toy Vendor, one of your best spells in the deck, just a search when it's sent to grave, not once returned, so that's nice. 2 Called by the Grave, also a new addition. Very, very good card. Stops stuff like your Patrick from getting Ash Blossomed, or stops your Cruel Whale from getting Veilered, or your Tiger from getting Veilered, so that's nice. And then last but not least, Triple Forbidden Droplets, it's your main board breaker card for like Drytron, and like can out VFD sometimes if they don't chuche it for some reason, but you know, yeah. Triple Droplet is really good. It also like helps you push for damage too, and also sends Toy Vendor and Edgem Chain from hand to grave via your effects. That's it for the main deck. And if you're making a going first build, you literally just add Edgem or Artifact Scythe into the deck and like cut like Lightning Storm for it. But yeah, this is the going second build. Like going first, obviously the Scythe package is good. I'm just testing out the going second build, and I'm finding a little bit more success with that currently, because I feel like hand traps kind of destroy the Artifact Scythe package, and also VFD is already good enough going first usually. So yeah. Moving on the extra deck, 1 Fright for Wolf, which you cut for Dagda if you're going first, but Fright for Wolf's really good for going second because it pushes for a lot of damage where Kraken can't. Because it has more attacks than Kraken usually, so yeah, just one wolf, don't need more than 1. 2 Fright for Tiger, I like this at 2 because you can obviously summon it more than once per turn. It's not a once per turn effect, and you can summon more than once per duel as well. Just a very solid card. It's their main board breaking Fright for next to Cruel Whale. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I'm only running 1 Sabertooth. I see some people running 2 or more. But you only really need 1 because it's a card that certain decks can't out, and if they can out it, then usually you don't have a lot of resources to get back to it, or just there's not really a point of running more than 1, especially for extra deck space too. You only really can run 1. 1 Fright for Kraken, a really good Fright for outing stuff that can't be destroyed, or like you need to dodge destruction. You just summon this guy out and send it. Then like a nice thing too is you can fuse it into Sabertooth and then summon back the Kraken if you want to attack directly, so it's nice. Or get 2 sends, I think. Yeah, because it's a not hard once per turn, so you can send twice. I also didn't even know that, but that's cool. Triple Cruel Whale, you need to run 3, especially in this build because of VFD, and then you just need a 3rd one just to like pop your opponent's stuff, and like if you're going second for the follow-up play, or if you have like Edgem Scythe in hand. It's one of the best cards in the deck. On to the XCs, 1 totally awesome, so just the Toad package. I didn't have it before because I didn't want to waste 60 UR tokens on it, but I just thought about it more, and I was like, I'm just going to stick with Fluffal for probably a while, so I'm just going to buy them. And I'm glad I did because it comes up quite a bit, and it helps set up a lot of plays too. And also adding back the water is really nice with Totally Awesome too. Like, yeah, back a Penguin for next turn, you can grab it back for your Edgem Scythe. So it's pretty cool. And then 1 True King of All Calamities card's nuts. Even with Max C being a thing, like VFD is just such a nuts card. The 2-card combo with it is just, or I guess 2.5-card combo is just an Edgem Chain and like a Fluffal with like a way to find Poly, like Fright for Patrick or Poly, or if you're running Fluffal Owl. So you fuse off the Edgem Chain and the Fluffal to go into a Cruel Whale, and then Edgem Chain grabs the Fright for Fusion, and you summon another Cruel Whale, and then you go into VFD. It's a really simple, like 2 to 3 card combo that's just absolutely broken. It leaves you with a lot of cards in hand too, which is nice. One Nightmare Phoenix, onto the links. One Nightmare Phoenix, it outs like problematic cards like IO and stuff. Comes up like every once in a while, not nearly as much as it would in the TCG because of its best of ones. You don't see a lot of like Imperial Orders, I guess. Moving on, one Cross Sheep, one of the best links in the deck. Just gets you a free extension if you summon a fusion there, or if you summon something to a zone it points to while a fusion's in a different zone it points to. So keep that in mind. It's a really good playmaking. It has really good playmaking potential and like makes your Appaloosa super easily. One Verte Anaconda, just for like if you need an extra poly, or if you need the Fright for Fusion you already searched off of your chain, then you just go Verte Anaconda for game. One Appaloosa, just because you can extend into 4 bodies fairly easily, or I guess Cross Sheep in 2 bodies, extra bodies fairly easily. So you can just go Appaloosa and then protect against like Nibiru or like specific hand traps that you don't want to run into. So yeah, that's the updated Fluffal deck profile. I actually have a replay for you guys I can show. Yeah, I have a VFD combo to show for you guys, or just a replay with the VFD combo and just showing how effective it is. It's just like it's such a crazy card, man. Like the card's insane, especially in this deck. It gives if you're forced to go second with your going second build, you can just like set it up and then your opponent can't do anything. Even going first, sometimes it's better than just setting up Scythe Cruel Whale Pass. It's usually better. It's just like a crazy card. But yeah, I'll show you guys that replay in a sec. Alright guys, so I'm back with the replay here. This is just a showcase of the VFD combo and how it sets up for your OTKs if you're forced to go first, which I lost a die roll and he made me go first, so I wasn't 100% sure what deck he was playing yet. So here with this hand, I start off with a Foolish Burial Goods. I send Toy Vendor, and Toy Vendor grabs me Dolphin here. It's from a while ago, so forgive me if I don't remember everything. Patchwork grabs Polly and a Scythe. Oh, it's not in fast forward, that's why. Dolphin sets Toy Vendor, sends Wings. Toy Vendor, I just activate it just for like Wings later on, doesn't matter when you activate it. Polly for a Cruel Whale, and then Chain grabs Fright for Fusion, or sorry, a Patchwork, just for next turn, and then I chain block it with the Dolphin just because it's not as useful as an effect, and also chain blocks for Ash. Wings effect, so I just get to draw 2, and then grab off of the Toy Vendor. Now normally here, I wouldn't attempt Wings effect, because if, let's say, he for some reason lets Wings go through, and I banish my Dolphin, and I don't grab a Fluffal, and I try to use Toy Vendor effect, and he ashes Toy Vendor for some reason, or like say like he drolls me or something, then in like a different scenario, of course, then I would not have another Fluffal to use Fright for Fusion with. So yeah. Anyways, that's why Call By is really good here. I don't know why I said it here, but I just do. I go Repair, special Dog grabs Sheep. This is also showcasing why Sheep's so good. Sheep bounce back Dog for next turn and summon out Chain, and then I just do Fright for Fusion for another Cruel Whale, and then that's 2 Cruel Whales to go into VFD. So I think I literally just VFD Called By Pass. Yep. So he goes Upstart. I'm like, what deck is he playing? Foolish Bear of Goods. I'm like, is he on Fluffals? And that went by really fast. Sent Metal Foes Fusion. I was like, what deck is he playing? And he activated Widow Anchor, and I was like, oh, okay, he's playing Sky Striker. But I'm not sure why he Widow Anchored there and didn't wait for me to use Calamity's effect. But yeah, a little weird, but yeah, it works out for me, so that's fine. So he summons Array, and realistically here, oh, before those chain links resolve, realistically here, you wouldn't want to pop the Array. You want to wait till they set back row and pass, or like if they try to link summon and like set back row and stuff, because they can't even attack or activate monster effects, so Sky Striker's not going to do anything until they set their cards, and then you wait for them to set their cards and then just pop a back row. And so they're stuck with like just a link monster. They're stuck without a back row essentially. That's like usually the better play, but it's whatever. So you go Cruel Whale pop. Actually, I'm thinking about it more. Maybe popping Ray is the right play, just because they don't get the recursion off a link monster for next turn. You know what I mean? But yeah. So anyways, yeah, he goes to attack. I don't know if he knows about like the VFD thing, but he or if he knows he's under VFD still. But yeah, he was under VFD, so he just passed it back to me. And then now I just have like a over full combo over game here. Bear send for Toy Vendor send Wings, and then sends a Patchwork, doesn't matter too much here. Wings draws with Bear, and then I get the Toy Vendor search afterwards. I draw a dog and a cat, and I just grab a Penguin, which is really good here. Cat's really good here. I grab Patchwork for Scythe and Poly, because I already have Sabers in rotation, I believe. Oh, if it lets me scroll. Yeah, I have Sabers in rotation already, so. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so right there's a lot of chain links. So chain link 3 is Penguin to draw 2, pitch 1, because chain link 2 is Cat. I need that to resolve so I can guarantee keep on playing, because if I go Penguin, I don't see another Poly, which I don't think I literally can. No, I can. There's one more Poly left in my deck, but off of that Dolphin from turn 1. But yeah, I just need the Poly back for more plays to make sure I can play through this back row. So yeah, and then Chainlink 1 Sabertooth, because I also need that to resolve to, or you know, if it's Chainlink 3 and he like negates, it doesn't matter too much, but yeah. Since Sabertooth can activate whenever there, and then I draw 2 Godarlas, and I just pitch 1, and Sabertooth special back the Cool Whale, and then I special back Edge Imp Sabres here. But I was running Godarla at the time instead of Droplets, just to like see if it would be a good substitute for Droplets for like more of a budget option for like actual Yu-Gi-Oh, and see how that works. Which it is fine, but Droplets just synergize with the deck so well, it's so much better. But this also just is a good out to problematic cards like Herald of Ultimateness or whatever. So yeah, that summons back Sabres, and then I just VFD for Light in case of Nibiru here, and then Tiger just goes ahead and pops. He has Widow Anchor. He targets my Sabertooth, but A, I have a Kaiju, and B, its effects negated, so it can't be destroyed now. So I'm not even worried in the slightest. And then I summon Kraken, and then he just scoops. So yeah, that kind of showcased how good VFD is in the deck and just how good the deck is in general. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be sure to keep on updating, see what's good. I'll let you know. I'll update you guys on my rank as I progress, and see if I find anything spicy and new to throw in the deck for Master Duel. This deck is super fun and super solid. I really like it. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.